It is rumored that a great warrior from the distant east is currently passing through Milano. He is said to have taken part in 100 battles or more, and his legendary fighting skills are supposedly without peer. Perhaps he could be persuaded to pass on some of his knowledge to you. This man must be found. After a long search, you find the fabled warrior you had been looking for in a local inn. Reeking of spirits, the man is soundly asleep under a table. His sword is of an unfamiliar make, and the man's appearance certainly betrays his eastern origins. But could this man really be the legendary fighter you seek? The innkeeper will not let him leave until someone has paid his bill. I'll pay. Lose 50 gold. As the old man struggles to recover from his hangover, you explain, in a quiet voice, your quest to improve your martial ability. You ask if he would teach you. He breaks into laughter and winces from the headache that this produces. Then it dawns on him that you aren't joking. Very well, Daniel-san. I promise teach, you promise learn. I say, you do. No questions. You have a deal. The old warrior from the east has settled down in your castle, and your training is proceeding well. One day, as you walk into his room, you see the man trying to catch a fly with a pair of small wooden sticks he insists on using whenever he eats. You inquire why, and he explains, man who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything. What? Your training continues. You take a boat trip with your old warrior teacher on a nearby lake. As he fishes, you stand up on the boat to practice your moves that he taught you. When am I going to learn how to punch? You ask. The man rocks the boat and you lose your footing, falling into the water. You resurface to his roaring laughter. Learn how punch after learn how keep dry. You all wet behind ear. As dusk falls after an intense day of sparring, you watch the setting sun from the castle ramparts together with your warrior mentor. I teach you many things, Daniel-san, your mentor says, but most important lesson in fight is no get hit. The next morning, your training is concluded. The old warrior has departed your castle. No one saw him leave. Well, I suppose I learned something. Plus 15 prestige, plus 2 martial. Alright, well, thank you for watching, everybody. That was the Drunken Warrior event. All you need for that one is, if you don't have Way of Life, you need to have the ambition to improve your martial ability. If you do have Way of Life, you need to have a War Focus. That's all you need to get it. The event is called Drunken Warrior. As you could tell, hopefully. The event is basically just a giant Karate Kid reference. So naturally I had to make Daniel Russo. And yeah, you come out of it with a bit of extra prestige and about plus 4 to your martial. It's pretty fun. Anyway, thought that was interesting. Later.